Writing essays can be scary, however, they can be easy once you get your head around it. An essay is essentially an argument. You are trying to inform or convince the reader of your position. For example, if you're answering this question, you would be describing to the audience the conflict, then arguing that it was important to the text by explaining how it was. Essays are a formal piece of writing with strict rules as to how to write them. The reason we use an essay is so we have a standard format for understanding people's arguments, in an easy to understand and non-ambiguous way. The first rule of any essay is that it should have a clear structure with paragraphs, an introduction, and a body or the main points, followed by a conclusion. Let's take each part at a time. With an introduction, it should be a short paragraph that summarizes the text in 1 or 2 sentences, gives a simple answer to the essay question, and outlines the main point of each of your main paragraphs. Your introduction should also contain the title and author of the text. In this example, we see a plot summary, a simple answer to the first part of the question, a simple answer to the second part of the question, and an outline of the main point of each paragraph to come. Your body paragraphs are where you can fully discuss your points and present your argument. The Ncea model is good to use to structure your paragraphs because it helps you to present your argument in a logical way. Ncea stands for the following. Statement. Your statement should be one sentence that outlines what the paragraph is discussing. Explanation. Explain your statement in 2 or 3 sentences. Example. Use an example from the text to prove your statement. The best kind of example to provide is a quote, as it shows how well you know the text. You could also use an event from the text as an example. Describe the event briefly, and if you can remember what the character said, use that in your description of the event as well. Make sure that the example you use is fully relevant to the question, and also that you put quotation marks around your quote. Connect. Connect your paragraph back to the overall question. In this example, we can see the Ncea structure. We have a statement, a fairly simple one. Our first explanation, some perceptive insight, an example, and an explanation of that example, another explanation, another example, a summary of the examples given, linking into the first statement, and then we connect back to the main question or argument. Now wait there, you may have noticed that instead of sexy, I used sexy, exy, 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 exy. There's no strict formula, but you are allowed to repeat the exy part over and over to produce sexy, exy, exy, exy. Conclusion. Your conclusion, like the introduction, should include your 3 main points, and then an answer to the essay question. It is a good idea to finish by relating the essay topic or the text to today's society or your own life. This shows you can relate the text to a wider social context. It is also a good idea to acknowledge that every language feature was a decision by the author in order to convey something to the reader. Phrases like, the author uses this character to show, or the author uses this symbol to convey, are useful. Showing that you can see a text in context, that you can see how an author has crafted their text, and how a text can relate to other texts or real life, will help you write merit and excellence level essays. This is what we call perceptive insight. Look at this example. We summarize our 3 main paragraphs, sum up the argument, repeat the phrase from the essay question, and chuck in some perceptive insight. And that is an essay. To summarize, an essay is just a method of expressing a formal argument. Your aim is to convince the audience you understand the question and the book you are writing about. Every essay has an introduction, body, and conclusion. An introduction outlines your argument. For the body paragraphs, use the sexy format. A conclusion should summarize your argument and add in an insightful comment.